Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. We have bonus Sarah today. Yes.
Hello.
It's always a better day when Sarah's here. Hello, everybody. I am here literally every single day of the year, and I have been for years. And I mean that. We're coming up on 4 years. I have literally been here without a break for almost 4 years. Yeah. But I take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we've got a fantastic community here because of you. You have been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to us. Thank you. And if you are watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. Sarah's going to be time-stamping today for us. Yay.
Yes.
And I'm just trying to see. I better do something to pull up the questions because I do get lost sometimes, especially because you guys are funny.
For a second, yeah.
Right. Yeah, but also you guys are funny and I get distracted. So all right, I've got the questions. Okay, at least I can see them, or I can pull them over. All right, we're good to go.
Cherry Bomb's so sweet. She says, Sarah, 3 days in a row, it's my lucky week.
Yeah, me too. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, did I not upload?
Do you need me to send you the link real quick?
No, I didn't upload my new graphics to show everybody. There we go. It's going now. All right, so we're going to start out with, on today's episode. Oh, it's glorious. All right. You ready? You ready? The timer for Trump to either pay E. Jean Carroll or file an appeal where he will need to put the same said amount in escrow, the clock it is ticking.
Tick-tock.
Tick-tock. Thank you, impish artist. Thank you. Jack Smith is giving Cannon one last chance to correct the clear error of her decision. I hope she doesn't, so she can get kicked off this case. And insufferable Ted Cruz has turned against Mitch McConnell. And if Mitch McConnell was feeling better, I'm thinking he would use what was left of Ted Cruz as a toothpick.
Right.
So that's what was coming up today. But we have to, speaking of toothpicks, at 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. Okay, so Idaho State Representative Heather Scott. All right, well, first of all, we're in Idaho. All right.
Yeah.
The state that's talking about trying to peel off the eastern parts of Washington State and Oregon to form a ultra right-wing MAGA state type thing. Okay. Idaho State Representative Heather Scott is worried about the future of her state and has brought forth a bill to outlaw cannibalism. What exactly are they doing in Idaho that they need? So after seeing a now debunked hoax video, so it's like, okay, all right, hoax video. But she saw this video about the rise of eco-friendly burials.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Rick Mail, where it's all, where everything It's like everything is, decomposable, or people are being buried in tree pods and all. Oh, sorry, all that good stuff.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you just hit your microphone?
I did. I'm sorry.
No, it's like, yes, it's not just me. It's
No,
not just me.
My hand flew when I smacked it. I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to apologize. I'm just like, yes, it's not just me. Okay, so I don't see it here, but I was going through my graphics when Sarah was telling me about this.
Mm-hmm.
And hang on, here it is. So Sarah got to the point about human
composting,
eco-friendly burials that will lead to an upswing in human composting. At this point, I, by complete coincidence, scrolled over onto this graphic, which explains exactly how I felt at that moment.
It's like,
so okay.
David Meinert says he plans to go to be put in a green garbage bag and just set out on the curb.
Okay. So anyway, so that's that. Okay, but it turns out Ms. Scott is terrified that she may run to the garden center one day to grab some soil for her vegetable garden and unknowingly contains someone's grandma, which would make her an accidental cannibal.
It's just like, there could be human particles and stuff in my soil, which would transfer to my vegetables. And next thing you know, I am a cannibal and I can't do this. I don't want my grandbabies to be cannibals while they're eating my carrot souffle. It's not a direct quote, but that's sort of where I'm thinking this is going.
Oh gosh. And I love we got to give credit to David Meinert in the chat who made the just even before just reading the basics of this asked exactly who is for cannibalism. Fair question.
Dahmer is gone, so I don't think that leaves much.
Right. And Cherry Bomb says, "Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cannibals."
As you started that, I was thinking, Mama, don't let your babies grow up to eat grandma. I can't.
It's funny because it's so ridiculous.
Yes, as Rob says, just wash it down with a nice Chianti and some profit beans. Yeah, but she's really worried. Yes, Lynette, Dr. Lecter is all for cannibalism. Yes, reduce, reuse, recycle, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, lordy.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, what in the? I mean, like that's pretty much that was the question.
You've heard of Eat the Rich? Lynette says Eat the Rude. Oh gosh, it's good. People need to understand what composting is.
Yeah.
Composting, especially if you're going to do human composting, it really breaks everything down. Yeah. And for all the talk of Matt Damon stuck on Mars with the potatoes, we don't do that here because there's a fear of passing on pathogens that may already be in humans.
Right.
So, but what they do with what composting does, and anybody who's actually this woman's never had a compost heap, because
even if she did, she doesn't understand the mechanics behind it.
Right. So. Because it heats up, and that's why even, you know, back in the days, you'd see the pictures of the snow or kind of frozen farms and what have you, but you'd see the compost pile and it was steaming.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't steaming because there was something new in there. It's because it heats up and it kills really nasty bacteria and it breaks things down. Yeah. And that is its point.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually like the idea of like plant me under a tree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any harm in that. That would be good, you know.
Yeah.
But oh, man. Yes, Sherry.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't. If they compost an eco-friendly burial where you compost a person, it specifically doesn't end up at the garden center.
Yeah.
Miracle Grow. She's alive.
Right. My brain is thinking like, I wonder if the Vatican has figured out a way they can make money off of this. Like, I mean, if this were a thing, like some sort of blessed something, I don't know. Yeah, my brain is anyway.
Well, the Catholic Church isn't going to go for it because it's a literal belief that your body's going to rise again,
right? Well,
after death. So they'll put you. They don't believe in cremation, and also it's why when the church. It's why in all the old churchyards you have the feet facing east.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were a bad person, they'd put you in the other way. So I guess it would be offensive if you rose from your grave and had to go.
Yeah.
So, and I guess God could tell. Oh, because there's no other way God could tell.
Right.
I'm sure.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right. First of all, I'm howling at the card for the reading, which is a man on a tree. I just can't. Jolene says that things have changed. You can be cremated in the church, but you can't scatter the ashes. Yeah. She's a legislator. Let's just say she's not a Rhodes Scholar here.
Yeah.
And we know what needs to be done. Yeah. 6% of the entire history of mankind is alive right now.
Mm.
We cannot bury everybody.
Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm.
So, eco-friendly, but you're not gonna talk any sense into her. She's just gonna trek on with her right-wing ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy,
lordy. That
was a thing.
Yeah, we needed after the last couple of days. I think we needed some of that brevity because it's.
Yeah. And if one of the questions today is particularly gnarly, I've got 5 new images to show everybody.
Fabulous.
From the new covers.
All right. Well, this next question is not gnarly. It's Trump related, but it is not gnarly. At 1420, but we do want to see those covers. So actually, do you want to look at the covers first? Let's look at the covers before we go into Trump stuff. To sort of, let's have a little.
All right. So today, those who were here just before the live stream started saw today's cover, but I changed them at the end to have include just so you can see that there was 2 of us, or it was just me, or
right.
You can see what you're going to get.
Right.
So I grabbed the images from today and then the next 4 days, so you could see them now. I don't expect you to be able to read the text, just because I used a very old-fashioned font, but and unfortunately I can't pull these up. It's going to cover you up, Sarah, I'm afraid, for a minute.
You're fine.
It's an overlay.
Let me move down real quick.
Oh, no. Well, okay. All right. Actually, that might work. No, it's an overlay. It's not going to make any difference.
Okay.
So, and it's an overlay. I put it on the side. Okay. So today's, all right. So we've got Prince Patsy, Eric Trump, in all of his gaudy red finery. Yeah. Okay. This is going to hurt your eyes, although I even think this looks prettier than she normally does. But if you need to avert your eyes, I understand. We've got the Duchess Consort Kimberly Gargoyle and her tracts of land.
Yeah.
That and her accompanying actions that got her fired for harassment. And even if that doesn't fully capture, I want to point out that this, which should traditionally be pretty, is really ugly compared to this.
Oh.
And that is the Honorable Representative Katie Porter.
And
that's beauty. Love her. That's beauty. That is beautiful, inside and out. Whatever gargoyles got going on, nope. You can put whatever you want on the face, but this is true beauty right here. So, love her. All right. Speaking of ick, we have got the princess, Her Highness, above everybody else.
Yes.
Where she is in her finery and everyone is averting their eyes, and she gets what she wants, and she's vaguely mad here because something has disturbed her. Yes. Yeah. So Her Highness, the princess here. And then lastly, we have speechwriter, hate writer, Stephen Miller.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. There is a skull in the back. I will say I was trying to get I do have a bottle of poison that I was trying to kind of work in as his inkwell, but I couldn't make it fit right. But anyway, but I thought bottle of poison would be for his ink. Well, I thought that would be appropriate. So anyway,
I would.
Yeah. All right. So those are. So we've got Prince Patsy. We've got
someone in chat said that is his concrete pouring outfit.
This man has not used whiteout. Seriously.
Yeah.
Then we have gargoyle, and we've got the intelligent, witty, funny, lovely Katie Porter. And then we have the most stuck up, full of herself person I may have ever run across in my life. Because I've done readings on her and I think even recently about, Trump has his narcissism, but his subconscious, we talked about this, his subconscious knows what he really is. But her, oh no, she believes it. She is above everyone else. So, yeah. And then this Nosferatu here, I don't know. talk about, aren't you missing your Klan rally kind of thing? All right. So anyway, that's today and upcoming. Star is asking, which one is the real Stephen Miller, the skull or the guy? I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Yeah. Cindy says, and Katie has a kind face. That is what makes someone beautiful, in my opinion. That is what makes someone beautiful. It's great if you, I mean, let's face it, Hollywood is full of people with really symmetrical features. Great. But how many of them have a genuinely kind face? Have genuine, yeah. So
a thought occurs. And this is just me being catty and petty, as I want to do sometimes.
Please do.
Is there a correlation? Like, there's not much overlap from the time that Gargoyle showed up in DC on Eric's arm and Sanders left. There's not much of an overlap, is there?
I don't know. Why?
Because there's only so much eyeliner in the DC metropolitan area, and there was only room for one.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I just, I don't know. I personally, that joke wasn't to me. I don't think that was the best representation of her, because I personally couldn't get past the fact that she needed to wear pants. She needed to not wear super short skirts. And I don't care if she's big or small, tall or short. There's just a point where if you sit down, I don't want to know.
All right. Yeah.
And that there's a certain amount, I mean, if you could look at it that in a professional setting, if you are doing that, there's a certain lack of respect
for the position and whatnot. Yeah.
And that kind of sums her up. So I need pants, just like I like beer. She just lies. So yeah.
All right. At 22:45, and thank you for showing those to us, because they are awesome, because you always do the best work. So yes. Yes. All right. So the timer has officially started ticking for Trump to either pay E. Jean Carroll or file an appeal with bond and escrow. Judge Kaplan officially filed the documents entering judgment, because, after a jury awards something, it takes a couple of days for all the paperwork to be officially written up and da-da-da-da. So he filed that yesterday. So Trump has either 30 days, 29 now, to pay the $83.3 million or 27 days to file an appeal. Will he get either done in time?
Oh, he wants to drag his feet. Oh, I couldn't manage it. Because what are they going to do? Put me in prison or put me in jail?
Yes. Well, they will dock him everything, but yeah. John says that's about $2,000 per tick.
He did this to himself. Yeah. 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So he's burdened and on the defensive. And he wants to say, to heck with you. But ultimately, I think he does. This is a big chunk of money, and this is my money courier. So I think he ultimately will, but oh my gosh, is he going to whine and moan?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
So much woe. Woe is
Yeah.
he.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Do we have any questions on Garland?
On Garland?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. No.
Okay.
Do you want me to throw one in here?
Well, it's just Angela M was asking, why would Garland allow the Her report as a personal attack on Biden?
Do you want to look at that when we get out of Trump stuff?
Yeah, please. Let's look at Garland because
I'll get that
not
down
good.
here.
Anyway, but speaking of people we are really disappointed in. Oh, no. Even better. Okay. This I just saw the next question.
Next one. Yeah. So at 26 even, karma is a thing.
Yeah.
Peter Navarro has been ordered to jail while he appeals his contempt of court conviction. How's that working out for him? Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen Colbert's little dance that he does when he's happy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Oh, glorious. Glorious. Navarro's going to jail. I know he only got 4 months, but oh gosh, this is great. How long do you think that the appeal will take?
I have no idea. Not long enough.
I'm going to go on Ari Melber, and Ari Melber's like, you just admitted to a coup. No, absolutely not. No.
Ixnay on the UK. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Mm-mm. No, we had a plan, so we're white entitled men, so we laws, rules.
What? I didn't go to a coup. I stood next to a chicken coop. I didn't have no part in a coup. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay, I just want to dance more. Just seeing one of these jerks finally going to jail. It's just like, oh. Navarro. Well, in jail, since you're waiting appeal, they don't make you work, right? They only do that in prison, right?
No, if you're in jail, you've got duty. Unless you're remanded to your cell, unless you're a security risk or something, and you're remanded to your cell for however many hours a day. But to my knowledge, you're there. Like you're a functioning member of the jailhouse society. So I could be wrong though.
No, because I've got keep your cell clean and follow the rules, and you got work to do, and it's you were a flunky, Navarro. You weren't important. You were a flunky, and you've been thrown under the bus. Hasn't he? Isn't he one of the ones who was trying to talk about? He's saved under like executive privilege or something.
Yeah.
But Trump never invoked executive. So you're saying you have executive privilege that the ex-president himself is not. No, you can't just.
It's not how this works, bucko.
You aren't the executive. Big judgment. Raining on his parade. And he's disappointed with America. But I think he's going to lose his appeal. And yeah.
Hope he's comfy.
Yeah.
Breaking
Get
out the
stuffed.
license plates, buddy. That's where we're at.
Get stuffed, Navarro.
I mean, y'all know my favorite saying: play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
He's a traitor. And I realize that the legal definition is more robust, but as a general word in use, he's a traitor to our country.
Yes, he is. Absolutely. Well, at 30:25, Rob D and Lisa were both wondering. Jack Smith has asked Judge Cannon to reverse her decision that could expose witnesses in the Mar-a-Lago case to threats from MAGAs. If she says no, he's filing an appeal. Will she stop the madness? Yeah, her clear error. This is your one shot to fix it, lady. Oh, goodness.
Everybody does realize it wasn't an error. Everybody, you do realize that this is literally the plan. Justice plan. And those are the last two cards. Because the card for the reading is the far right victory, which is her point. And this is, what we think judges should be, but she's not listening. And this is incredible corruption. And this is the plan.
Brain just.
So will she, in order to stay on the case, keep her job, will she back up on this one thing before she tries to find some other way to help her May? Hello. Well, this is traveling movement. This is her being hemmed in. She's hoping, because the 11th Circuit Appeals Court has always it has ruled against her before.
Yes.
But she's almost expecting, like, how you question me? Yeah. These little ships in the distance when I'm here on my cliffside. And this is a big, this is legally going, which would mean going to the 11th, going to the, I wish it was her getting kicked out. John Franz says, let's face it, this isn't going to trial until after the election. Let's have a look at that, if that's okay.
Okay, sure.
So the top secret documents case in Florida, is this going to have to wait until after the election? Now, the DOJ has a policy to step back and not, so they don't interfere with an election. Looking at you, Comey. 60 days before an election, something like that. But special prosecutors don't follow that, correct?
That I don't want to give you an answer that's not right. I'm not sure.
What am I reading on? See, this is what happens.
You are reading on, is this going to go to trial before the election?
Okay, that's what I thought. See, this happens. It's going to go to this, the Trump trial in Florida going to Top secret documents case. This is going to trial before the election. Is it going to have to wait until late November, December, or 2025? He's got stuff. We know Trump had the stuff. There's nothing here.
Heather says that Garland has stated the 60-day rule did not mean any ongoing trials or charges already laid out. He was very emphatic about that. So it's new stuff within 60 days.
I hope so.
I
hope he sticks to it.
There's
nothing here. There isn't something going forward. There isn't something being delayed.
Is it going to be done before then? That'd be a heck of a summer. Forget summer blockbuster movies. We'd just be sitting here with popcorn all summer, babe.
Well, what does that mean? Does it mean that there's, I don't know, even if they decided to call me crazy, go search Bedminster? Hello. Even if they did that, then have to, and if they found stuff, then they would have to press charges. They would have to arrest him. They would have
indictments, arraignments.
Yeah.
Who
here thinks that Trump has top secret stuff he shouldn't have at Bedminster?
For 2 hands. I'll even throw in random here. He's not a hand, but there's random Einstein paperclip dude. He votes too. So yes.
Yeah. Maybe it's delayed that far. It's weird. I mean, the card for the reading is that, I mean, that would be the energy around it now would be, we're worried about Trump getting his victory here. But even though all this has come to light and these people are still willing to vote for him, how? This is the dynasty. This is his multiple properties. This is this is America. This is canon in the middle. This is absolute corruption, and then he has a lot of other cases. I am literally not getting any energy one way or the other. That does not usually happen. It's very strange.
Maybe it's because everything's still up in the air.
I don't know.
We'll have to check on this later in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
To see. Yeah.
That's weird. I don't usually just get a complete blank, but I am getting no energy on this. Which usually, quite often what that will mean is I'm not asking the right question, that there's something else going on I don't know about.
Right.
But anyway.
Oma says several readers are saying Trump will have a health event. I wonder if that's why Autumn is bumping up against when she's getting nothing from the readings.
All right, let me ask. What is Trump's health going to be like up to the election? Why am I getting him on oxygen? Keeping it quiet. Keeping it hidden. But something about oxygen, air, which frankly wouldn't be a stretch if
he's been
because
that's your lung.
Because that's the thing about the sniffing thing that can happen is it doesn't just stop here. Kelpie says lung damage from COVID. That could be possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think whatever, if there's something wrong with him, he's lying. He's going to lie about it. He's lying about it now.
Yeah.
He's going to lie about it. I'm fine. His narcissism, it would just, nope. I have to appear. I'm on top. I'm at the top of the wheel of fortune. I'm sitting pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But he's actually got some legal people behind him. And keep this in mind. I don't have health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure you do.
I do. It's not the greatest, but I do. Yeah.
Okay. He has fantastic health insurance. Healthcare. Mm-hmm. He has got amazing healthcare.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that makes sense. Why? That this jerk has amazing healthcare while the sweetest, kindest, funniest best friend that's ever best friended doesn't.
Very sweet.
Tell me that makes sense. There's more. Phyllis Leon says he has very pale lip tissue, indicative of low oxygen levels. I've noticed that his lips are really pale,
and that very well could be a combination of the inhalations and long COVID. Between the two, yeah.
He's more worried about money.
Well, yeah.
Whatever medical thing's going on, he will hide it. He will absolutely hide it. I think unless it took him out, I wonder if he ever had, and I hope he does not. I hope no one has like a heart attack or something like that. I wonder if he would do his best to hide it, that it had happened.
Oh yeah, he'd be like the Black Knight in Monty Python. He'd be like just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because his plan to save himself, save his money, save him. So he's got to get to Election Day.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm getting there. So will he have a health episode? He probably already has them. It's a matter of, yeah, exactly, Michelle Tom. But will he successfully hide it? He's had doctors doing his bidding and compromising their ethics for decades. And I've got this page of cups, which would be the healthcare. On the defensive, seven of wands, page of pentacles, page of swords, HIPAA. And so if he and Secret Service isn't going to divulge it. So I'm getting whatever health issues he has. I don't think it's going to have much effect on the situation. Matter of fact, as I'm talking about it, I need to breathe and have some tea and get some sage because I'm starting to feel like all of this tightening up. And that's a big no. That's a big negatory. Breathe, my friends.
Every time you bust a sage out, I just keep thinking of that meme where, my children are complaining that they can't breathe when I burn sage in the house. It's like, I'm sure you can't, you little demons. So, yeah.
Juniper's Tarot and Astrology says, I can see that the Page of Cups is usually coming to you with a message and his cup. That's why there's a fish in there. It's usually an emotional message about his health. Yeah, could be. But, and just so you know, thank you for the suggestion, but just so you know, the cards mean what they feel like they mean to you. And there will be readings. If you read enough, there will be days where it doesn't matter what the card's saying. You get a very clear, energetic message, feeling, and you're just like, I know what these are saying, but that's not what I'm getting. And that's happened to me, just so you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, and also, like, even when you have a big reading, a big thing with multiple readers, there's been times where it's been like you and Jenlyn and Johnny and different and Lori, and y'all each have, like, there's a card that for you represents Mar-a-Lago, and there's a card for that represents a different card representing it to another reader. It's just the connection, your connection with your deck. So, yeah.
Elizabeth Schuler Hamilton says, sure about the quality of Stinky's healthcare? Because he could have the same quality of healthcare that Michael Jackson had. Very, very possible.
That's sorry. It's Skylar. I know it's written Schuler, but it's pronounced Skylar because it's for Hamilton's wife. Anyway, sorry. But no, you're absolutely, you're absolutely correct though. Okay, so we're passing that. We got the sage, bump it going. At 45, actually, we'll just say at 46 even. Bernadette is wondering, now that SCOTUS has pretty much sided with Dumpey on the ballot issue, will they do the same with the immunity case, or will they refuse to hear it?
All right, what's going to happen with the Trump immunity case? The president must have total immunity.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, Biden's a good person. I mean, he's got a hard streak in him. He's a Scorpio. He's got a scorpion tail, and he has survived in politics in Washington, D.C. for nigh on 50 years.
Yeah.
But if he has total immunity to do whatever he wants,
yeah.
What's the chance that there's going to be a creative meeting, a meeting on creative ideas of what Biden could do then while he's in office?
I mean, I wonder if the president has total immunity, that border situation's about to look a lot different, guys. I'm just going to let you know. So,
And yeah.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to be a butthead. So
I like that. Total immunity, huh? Total immunity. I'm just getting a no. There isn't even much here on, as far as, there's only one major arcana here. This is disappointment. It's disappointment about yesterday, where we are disappointed. And there's a question in here, a really good question, thank you, about what yesterday's ruling means. Kind of scary, but as far as the immunity goes, that was a really bad argument, and we saw it was a bad argument, but they're trying to pull a rabbit out of a hat. This would be the probably appeals court, and then this Wheel of Fortune TikTok. I don't know. Yeah. We're going to be okay. There Republicans, some Republicans who want him to, but that talk about adding insult to injury in America, and we'll be okay. We'll happy family. We'll be okay. But yeah, I don't see them giving him immunity. Now, is the question that automatically follows that? I'm afraid. I know we've got a lot of questions, but the one that automatically follows that then is, will they put this off until after the election, or will they delay it enough to torpedo the various cases until there's a ruling? Oh, wow. Dia Kaulis says, it's so hard to hear you don't have health care. In Sweden, everyone has it. We pay $180 a year. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right, Supreme Court. You're going to put this off. You can use the immunity case to Oh, gosh. Let me hurry and get to that. No, actually, they might. I don't have any major arcana here, so this feels very pedestrian.
Okay.
I don't even know if they would hear this case. Honestly, it's because the arguments are so bad. I mean, so bad. If they had something better, maybe. But this feels like go back down to the. You don't have a lake to stand on, and you know. Yeah, this
makes
is
me happy.
Yeah, this is a whole lot of not much, and it's the bad arguments. It's like on the far right on that court, they're very much like, look, just bring, like with Cannon, just bring me better arguments.
Right.
But saying that the president has total immunity and can go and you argued in court that the president can order SEAL Team 6, not that they'd do it, but he could order SEAL Team 6 or somebody in the military or somewhere in the government to take out a political opponent. No, we're not going there.
I mean, if Biden can just do what he wants, I mean, we have more SCOTUS judges. We can fix the border. Like, we can just let's do it.
And he wouldn't have to go. He wouldn't have to go dark side. I mean, he wouldn't take out Trump. We know that. He's a decent man. But there's a lot he could do if he has total, just, okay, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to do this. Yeah, Trump has done so much. And generally, I mean, kind of one thing about yesterday was somehow Trump managed to get a lawyer yesterday in front of the Supreme Court who was not completely insane and actually made some, well, they're not completely reasonable points, but they weren't, it wasn't Alina Habba.
Right.
But there's America and there's Trump being very worried about all the legal stuff he's facing. So yeah, I don't see them giving him immunity. But
well, at 5235, Michelle wonders, in their Amendment 14 ballot decision, the Colorado Supreme Court cited a pro-ballot exclusion ruling by Neil Gorsuch. Names, y'all. Gorsuch. Thank you. Names, y'all. Not my thing. When he was a 10th Circuit judge. Will this influence Gorsuch's SCOTUS vote?
No. No, he sees the whole thing as being too divisive, too undermining. And he's beyond that now. He's up in the big white ivory tower. No, I don't think so. Besides, if it helps the far right causes, that's what they'll do. And what really gets to me is you can tell, or I guess everybody can tell, they don't always even think of it in those terms. They honestly think they're just right, that this is just logical. Sometimes it's just flat out politics, but sometimes it's like, wow, you really believe that? That's terrifying. Yeesh.
It is now time for giggle.
Yes.
5420. I need to do this as dramatically as possible. Excuse me.
Okay.
Donald Trump on Thursday begged Jack Smith to drop all litigation against him in order to allow the nation to heal. Whoo. Did he actually think this was going to work? Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah, Jackson was going to be like, you're right. Let me
And
just
then
call
the next
up
sentence,
Cannon
right.
and Chutkin and
Let's be like, all right, guys, we had a good run. Just going to call it good. No, but in the next sentence was like, it would be the best thing he's ever done for his career. And I'm like, how are you going to sit there and like beg the man and then insult him in the next sentence? Like, dude.
Look, there are
go back and read his own Art of the Deal book because he never read it the first time on like how to talk to people. Yeah.
These are the multitude of judges and prosecutors who would beg to differ, but he caused an insurrection. And I don't think I need to say allegedly, honestly. We saw it. That's Jack Smith going after this idiot. That's Trump the man. This is aggressive law enforcement because he tried to destroy democracy.
Yes.
And there are many people in the legal world who very much agree. So, again, this is, I think, a moment of get stuffed.
Touch grass. Touch a lot of it. Yes. Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, bah! Okay. In other, comeuppance feel good news, at 5640, legal analysts are noting that Alina Habba could be in hot water with not only Judge Engoron, but also Letitia James's office, because Habba also represented Weisselberg when he perjured himself. Ooh. And the problem is that she might, even if she didn't know that he was lying at the time, she's known since then by representing Trump. And she never conflict of interest herself out or anything like that. So they say this could seriously impact her legal career. Is she effectively toast?
I guess she's diminished. I got Temperance and the Hangman. So she was like, she went into the Eugene Carroll defamation part 2, pretty riding high, and Trump just acting weird.
Yeah.
But it didn't go so well. So I've got her continuing to fight and working, but this feels diminished. Like she's in, because if she's so important and high powered, you wouldn't really see her much like sitting in an office doing paperwork. I mean, she obviously must do some, but that wouldn't be her main thing. Her main thing is to get her face out there. Yes, Malting's Cottage, but she's pretty.
Pretty. Yeah.
Pretty is as pretty does. She's diminished. I don't know if this is what they're going to take her law license away over. I'm just, how she was treating Judge Engoron should be enough. Thank you, Kristen from Uncover the News. The House Ethics Committee is moving forward with an investigation of Matt Gaetz. I thought they already were, though. Anyway, yeah. She's more and more isolated. I've got justice underneath that, so she's more and more isolated from justice. She's given into her emotions too much. And she allegedly got like $2 million or $2.5 million from Trump. I think she might have too much overhead. She and her husband have financial problems because she's hemmed in a big way here, and they're poor.
Mm.
They're out of money. They end up out of money. So,
well, I mean, okay. I'm going to move a question up because we've referenced it a couple of times, and we're running a little low on time. So at 1 minute and 15 seconds, Lisa Katz asks, would the far-right SCOTUS members use the ballot case as an opportunity to try to gut the 14th Amendment?
All right, break that down, please.
Well, as we saw with Dobbs, coming after Roe and whatnot, they can sometimes take a new case and use it to reinvent precedent for old stuff. So since all of the immunity and whatnot is not the immunity case, sorry, the ballot case is based off of the 14th Amendment and insurrection and this, that, and the other, would the far right folks try? Are they feeling
absolutely try?
Yes,
absolutely, and communicate that no matter how. Just try it. Foolishness. I'm trying to get some clarification on this page of Pentacles. Again, this could be just the Republican idiocy. I'm trying to get some clarification on this Nine of Swords, because this is either they try to gut the 14th Amendment, and I don't know if you can get there from here because isn't it ratified? But they could try to water it down.
Okay.
So did they fail, or are we worried about that protection for us is gone? I'm trying to get some clarification. Got the 14th Amendment. Great. I don't think so. I mean, why do we even have to do this? But this would be fighting back against that and the damage it would do. Plus, you could probably convince enough Republican congresspeople that doing this would not be in their interest, because they keep talking about the left having a coup or what have you. So it's like, oh, okay, you want to gut that? Because what happens, considering you seem to think that the Democrats are authoritarians and all of you want to take that away? Okay.
And they also seem to think that Dems don't own guns. I mean, are there more Republicans than Dems who are gun owners? Sure. But that doesn't mean that Dems don't own, or don't own things to protect themselves. They don't own, whatnot. We do. It's not our entire personality. So you can own something without it being your entire personality.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So last, do you want to look at Ted and Mitchie going head to head?
Sure, that should be easy-ish.
Yeah. Okay.
Valerie Sargent says I also own a shark.
There you go.
Technically, I own 3 sharks.
I saw on Facebook somebody got their creek hut and made a Jetsons Rosie the Robot stickers and put it on the face of their shark, and so Rosie runs around and cleans their house. And I was like, yes. So at 1 minute 4 minutes 30 seconds, Ted Cruz has officially called for Mitch McConnell to be replaced as the GOP leader in the Senate. While Mitch might not be in the same spot of strength as he historically has been, he's not Kevin McCarthy. Mitch is he knows where the bodies are buried, and I'm pretty sure in some places literally. So I would not, if there was somebody that I was just gonna go toe to toe with.
And Mr. Insufferable Ted Cruz, if it had been a few years ago, I honestly think, like I said earlier, I think Mitch would be using his bones for toothpick, metaphorically. Ted Cruz versus Mitch McConnell. Oh, please. I've got tea. I can make popcorn. Go ahead. Please,
Cherry
go
Bomb
ahead.
says Mitch and Ted go to Cancun. Mitch and Ted. Oh, that's hysterical.
Oh. Ted Cruz is only doing this because Mitch is losing his health. It's not good. McConnell's health is not good, and I do not wish that on anybody, not even him.
Yeah.
Health is not good. And this is in the center, Wheel of Fortune, TikTok. Now, are there people like Ted Cruz being dumb enough to try to take advantage of the situation? Maybe, but I don't think you're going to like the alternative, because the next majority leader in the Senate ain't going to be you, bucko.
Sure is not.
Yep. Devil, you know. But hey, please go ahead. Go ahead. I just
let me see.
Ted, is it going to blow up in Ted's face? 3 cards. Kaboom.
Yes.
Card for the reading. 3 swords or heart. Ow. Not exactly a whole lot of Republican support. Whole lot of judgment. And who's going to handle the far right in your party? Who's going to deal with this? Good luck.
Yeah, you don't really think all that through, I don't think.
Man. Well, I'm going to keep this for a while because, ugh.
Yeah.
It's actually harder to read on these people when they're sick than it is to their heinous policies. But their heinous policies hurt people. But, yeah. Ugh. All right. Well, that's true, Electra Storm. And another thing is no one likes Ted. That's true. And Sarah does look lovely in that color, including those are awesome. Sarah's wearing pterodactyl earrings.
Because I too just want to fly around and screech at people sometimes.
Can you show them? Can you show the camera, please?
Of course.
Oh gosh. Oh, do they stand upright? That little tail?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's fabulous.
And my husband was like, "Oh look, you have like your own little form of Charizard." And I was like, "No, it's a pterodactyl. It's not a Pokemon." But yeah.
Which came first?
Right. Lordy.
All right. Do they glow in the dark? David's asking.
I don't think so. They didn't. They weren't advertised to. So they're just, and their little wings just flap. Their little rubber things. Yeah.
Valerie Sargent, I'm trying to work out what you've put here. Terry pterodactyl. I don't quite understand. I'm sorry. Anyway. Well, parting is such sweet sorrow. But that is going to do it for us for today. Miss Sarah, you have tomorrow off, right?
Yes, I am. I'm going to a Mardi Gras parade tomorrow. So,
yay! In Shreveport.
Yeah, it's not going to be down. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, when I thought you were going to the New Orleans one, I was like, "Are you kidding?" Yeah.
No. Mm-mm. In Shreveport, we have all of the beads and none of the BS. So it's fabulous.
There we go. Because isn't it your sister?
Yes,
That's
my
kind of her
sister
thing.
has reserved. You can reserve spots along the parade route from the city, and then she's a nurse, and so it's her and her husband and some of her nurse coworkers and us, and we're gonna have our own little blocked off space where nobody can stand up right up on us, and she's rented our own private porta potty. And so when it gets delivered at 7 a.m., she's going, even though it's supposed to be fully disinfected, she's going in there with her wipes and whatnot to disinfect it again. And it's got a padlock on it, so nobody can sneak in and use it but us. And she got the kind with the sink too, the hand washing sink. So because I love my baby sister. She is the youngest of the twins, but she is bougie with a capital B, but in this case, rock on, because I haven't done Mardi Gras in years because I'm too Aquarian for that. I don't like people. They're right there. And that was before the pandemic. So I will gladly stay in my roped off away from everybody area and sit in my chair and wave while the kids go and catch beads. It's fabulous.
And eat. She's a good cook.
Yes, she's bringing all the goodies. So
I hope you have the best time.
Thank you.
So yes, Janelle Espinosa, this is like glamping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, but we will both be over in Creative Sprints at 3:00 today.
Mhm.
It's 1:22 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3:00, we'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. We've made it to 738 subscribers.
Yes.
If we can monetize it if we can get to 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone would like to head over to the Creative Sprints,
You just
and
click subscribe.
hang out. Just
I mean, you're welcome to hang out with us. We'd love you to hang out with us. And if you don't have time, that's fine. We totally understand. But you
come and go.
Subscribe button.
Yeah,
you know.
And it is actually a good place to hang out in the afternoons.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. And other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow for both this live stream and for Creative Sprints. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You are not alone. We are in this together, and Absolutely. There are good days ahead.
Fabulous ones.
Yes. Yeah. Take care. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Oh, and maybe subscribe here if you haven't. Just a thought.
And that thumbs up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.